Hello everyone, in this video I am going to make a RPA bot in Automation Anywhere 2019 which will going to scrap data from this website. What we are going to scrap is confirm cases, recovered deaths, and then we are going to calculate, I'm going to calculate remaining cases from all these numbers. Okay, then later the bot will going to click on analytics tab and it will going to scrap this table. Okay, so this table has 4 columns, but when you get the result you will get 4 or 5 columns like this. Okay, the last column will be the remaining cases which we are going to calculate the same as we are calculating from here. The table is not complete on the home page, so that's why we are going on the analytics tab and then scrapping the table. Okay, this table. So let me just explain you the process, then I'll start building the bot. Okay, so this is the steps. Okay, so what is I just divided the project into 2 tasks, task 1 and 2. In the task 1 we are going to scrap the data from the home page. Okay, let me just show. Go to the website, this website, then get confirm cases, recovered cases, deaths, and the calculate. Okay, and then we have to calculate the remaining cases from these. Okay, from these 3 numbers, and then we will show the all this calculation or all these cases in the message box. This is the first task, and the second task is we are going to click on the analytics tab. Let me just click. Okay, so we are just going to click on the analytics tab and okay, yeah, then we are going to click on this analytics tab, scrap the whole table and add one more column, like in here we have 4 columns, one more column will be the remaining cases. Okay, so we are going to add that column in the data table itself. Add one more column in the table name remaining and calculate the same remaining cases for all the countries like we calculate here, and then save the data table in the CSV file. So let's move on to building. Okay, so I'm just going to close this tab and we'll start building the bot. So I'll create a new bot. I'll name the bot as corona tracker, create and edit. Okay, so look at the steps first. Okay, so this is the step. Okay, first is launch website. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll get the launch action from here, then I'll paste the URL is okay, browser I'm going to choose is Google Chrome. Okay, so I'll click on save, then go to the next step. Next step is get the required data which we are going to get with the capture action. What is the required data is these 3 cases. Okay, so I'm going to use capture action here. Okay, first I'll use steps. I'll add all those things in the steps, so I'll name it as a capture. Okay, then I'll use capture action, recorder capture. Okay, so we are going to capture confirm, recovered and deaths, so we are going to need 3 capture action. So 1, 2 and this is 3. Okay, let me, okay, this is good. Yeah, now we need to capture the window. So if we need to get, okay, I need to get this window only like this. Okay, so it will open the another browser like this, not in the same tab. Okay, so let me just refresh this. Okay, now here is the, okay, here is COVID-19 corona tracker Google Chrome. We just capture the object. So this is the first object I want to capture, confirm case. So this is the object I captured. Then just go down and look at here. Okay, this is HTML inner text where the confirm cases are stored. So what I am going to do is get property, okay, and the property name is HTML inner text. So I will copy it from here and I'll paste it here. Okay, HTML inner text. Okay, and one more thing is I am going to do is I am going to click on this run in the background. Okay, and then I'll store this confirm case in a variable. So variable will be of type string. Okay, I'll name the variable as confirm. Okay, confirm cases. Okay, then submit. The next thing is to capture the recovered. Okay, window. I'm going to select the same window and then capture the recovered cases. Okay, wait till the red box appears. Okay, so if you move it little further, okay, this is this is not what we want to capture. We want to capture just the number. So I'm going to click on this. Okay, see, then again this is the HTML inner text. Yep, here, and the number. So go with the same thing again, run in the background and HTML inner text. Okay, and then store it in the new variable recovered cases. This is done. Then the last one is to capture the deaths, number of deaths. Okay, so this is again this store in the HTML inner text. Okay, then get property, run in the background and HTML inner text, and going to store in this in the DITHS cases. Okay, this is the variable of type string. So the first step is done, which is capturing the data. The second step, what I will do is I will add one more step here. Okay, so if we look at here, the capture action is done. Now the second step is to calculate the active cases. Okay, so I'll name it name the step as same. Okay, I'll calculate active cases. Okay, yep. Now just have a look. Okay, now what we got, look, wait, this is the variable panels. Now we have here is recovered cases, death cases and confirm cases. All these cases are of type string. Okay, if you look at here, okay, this is type string. So to, and one more thing, these cases have comma. Let me just expand this one. Yep. And if you go this object properties, look at here, 20 comma 237 comma. Now if we want to calculate the active cases, then first thing is this, okay, this needs to be number, which is actually a type of string. So first we need to convert it into the number, but it won't be able to convert because we first need to replace that comma with nothing. So what I'll do is here is I'll just minimize this and I will replace all these variables which has comma with nothing. Okay, so I will add one more step here and I'll name here rep plus comma. Okay, then use string action, and then in string just go with this replace. Okay, you can see here replace specifies part of the source string. Okay. Okay, we are gonna need three replace actions. Okay, 1, 2, and this is third. Okay, now source string, first I will replace confirm cases. Okay, what I want to find is comma. Match case doesn't matter, do not match case. Okay, I'll just keep both this thing default, this is also default, and replace with, okay, I want to replace the number something like this. Okay, with this, then 3, 4, 5 and 6, 5, 6, so which will be going to have no comma in this. Okay, so the comma need to be replaced with nothing. Okay, because this is comma here and I replace that comma with nothing, so there is nothing in between this number, so I'll just keep nothing here. Okay, and I'm going to store the same replace string in the confirm cases. Okay, so okay, confirm cases. Okay, so now this confirm cases will have number like this. Okay, but it will be okay, looking, but it is still the string variable. Okay, so if you look at here, okay, it is still a string variable, we just replacing the comma first, then go with the second one. Source string is recovered cases, replace find string is comma and you replace with nothing, and then store it in the record cases. Same with the third one. Source string is death case, then find this comma, replace with nothing, and death case. Okay, now we all have now I have the replace string. Okay, now I'm going to convert that into an integer or in a number. Okay, so this is a string variable, I need to convert that into a number variable to do the operation to calculate the active cases. Okay, so okay, convert into number. Okay, so for this we are going to use to number action of type string. Okay, so why we are using convert? Okay, just see the description, convert strings to a number. This is what exactly we are doing, we exactly want to do. Okay, so we are just replacing this string numbers, just this string variable with the number. So I'm just going to take this action. Okay, we have 3 numbers, so I'm going to take this 3 times. Okay, now first is confirm cases. Okay, now this is the string variable, I have to store the new, I have to create the new variable which will going to store it as a number. Okay, so I'll name the variable confirm. Okay, confirm. Okay, now just look at the type here, it is number. Okay, now I just named the variable as confirm. Okay, now string variable is confirm cases and the integer variable name is confirm. I'll do the same with both record cases and death cases. Okay, now for record we will create new number variable, recover, type number. Okay, and the last one is this death case. Okay, then I'll create one more variable here, deaths of type number. Okay, I'm going to send this. Okay, now we have the converted number, string converted into number. Now we want to calculate the active cases. Okay, so what we did so far is replace comma with nothing. Okay, and we use string replace action. Okay, that's done. Convert the number from string to number. Okay, this is also done. We use string to number action and then calculate the active cases. Okay, now here we have to use the assign action. Okay, so first let me just take one more step. Okay, I'm just going to name this calculate two cases. Okay, now what we are gonna need here is assign action. Okay. Assign action, if you look at here, assign action, now we are going to perform the calculation with numbers. So I'll go with the assign action of number, of type number, okay, of just number, okay. Then just do the calculation part here. So let me just open this again. Okay. You will see here, what I have to calculate here is active cases from this data, okay. So for this, what we are going to do, okay, let me just open new notepad. Okay, we are going to get the confirm cases first, okay, and then we are going to add them, sorry, minus them, subtract them from the recovered cases minus DEATHs. Okay, so this is how it will going to look like. The first thing is confirm cases, which is this big number. Then we are going to add this number and this, okay. So recovered cases and death cases, we are going to add both of them here, and we are going to subtract them from the confirm cases. By this we will get the remaining cases. So I'll do the same here. So first thing I'm going to need is a confirm case of type number, okay. So confirm type number, then minus in brackets, okay, another variable which is recovered cases, plus recovered cases plus death number, okay. Yep. And then we are going to store this in new variable, and we will call this as remaining, okay, remaining cases, okay. Type number, create, save. Okay, now we want to show all those numbers in a message box, okay. Message box. In message box it only shows string, okay, but the number there, this remaining cases is a number. So we are going to convert this, okay. So I'll convert this number to a string first, so to string, okay. So here it is, converts a user specified number to a string. So we going to get this action, and the variable name is remaining cases. Just take remaining cases from here, cases number type, and we are going to store it in the, this is recovered, no, yeah, we will create another variable name remaining case, okay. Now remaining case, okay, this remaining case is of type string, okay, this of type string, and this is type integer or type number, okay. So this string variable we are going to show in the message box. I'll go here, first show the confirm cases, okay, confirm, then recovered cases, okay. Then DEATHs, deaths, and the last one is the remaining our name is active cases, okay. So this is what we will get in the message box. Let me just save this and run this, okay. So this is what our task 1 is, okay. Store the active cases in a variable, which we did in here, okay. Yeah, in a number. okay, and then we converted that number into a string, and then we are displaying all those string variable in a message box. This is our task 1. Show them in the message box all those cases. Let me just run this and just minimize this, okay, and I'll close this tab and click on run. Okay, open browser, open website. Now it will going to capture all these cases. Okay, just have a look. Confirm cases, this number, then the recovered cases, deaths, and then it calculated remaining cases from all these numbers. Okay, so I'll close this, and you will get a message here that your bot run successfully.